Hey guys, it is your suburban wino who is actually your suburban redneck wino today because we're going to be doing tie-dyeing the camouflage. So anyhow, what I have here today is a long sleeve t-shirt that I'm going to be doing. But first things first, we got the tunes going, and anyway, we've got a little red wine here, and this is the Chateau St. John, and it is a signature red wine from California. It's a 2010 bottle. I really like the signature reds because they're a combination between your Merlot and your Cabernet, and they're just really, really smooth. So you might want to check it out. It's not a real expensive bottle of wine, but you'll drink it just the same. All right, let's get started. I have already on a couple other videos, I've done the stripe pattern that I have on here, so you can check that out where you do the horizontal and then you do the diagonal stripes. And then we've also done the crinkle pattern that you can also use for like your cotton candy, which would be like pink and light blue. We did it in camouflage, and the one that we're going to do now, this camouflage shirt, we are going to just go ahead and we're going to do the traditional spiral on this one. And I'm going to show you how to do that. The spiral pattern is pretty basic, kind of like your, the one you see at all the fairs and festivals or whatever. Anyway, what you do is you just have your shirt laid out flat, take it in the middle, and take your fingers, pinch that fabric together in the middle, and start to turn it. And as you're turning it, your shirt's going to start to kind of crinkle up. Just start scooping it over to the side as it does that, and make a nice little donut and get those sleeves all around there. This is going to be a long sleeve. You might be using short sleeve or a dress or whatever. So once you get that done, then you're just going to use your rubber bands and you're going to band it. Try to keep it as tight together as you can when you're doing that. Okay. And this is what it looks like when you have it all banded together. You've got it, a little donut, and there's like or actually there's 8 little pie pieces on this one. Use just a cheapo plate, and always remember to soak your fabric in your fixer beforehand, which I've already done, so it is wet, and you dye it when it's wet. But the fixer is what keeps those colors, gets those colors to really adhere to the fabric. So we've got that done, and then I use professional dyes. I get them in bulk from Grateful Dye online, and I found these wonderful little bottles online at a wholesale restaurant place, and they're just your ketchup mustard bottles, and they work perfect for this. So anyway, you might want to check it out. The colors that I do use in the tie-dyeing on the camouflage are bright pink, wet sand, and dark green. As you can tell, I've been drinking wine, so bear with me. Okay, so we're going to start with the bright green first because it's the lightest of the colors, so you kind of want to get that one down in there and really poke it down in your fabric, and you don't want it completely saturated because you want to leave room for the other colors. So just kind of poke it down in there and turn it over. Get this side. All right. Now we're going to go with the wet sand next. And this is just kind of a brown tan color. And just kind of do the same thing like you did with the green. Poke it down in there, and we're going to flip it over again. Now we're going to do the dark green. And the dark green, I'm just going to kind of keep it on the top more than anything else and just let it kind of get down in there on its own. Flip it over and alright. Then you're going to want to go ahead and just bag it. Put it in a bag and let it sit and soak for a little while. About 2-3 hours would be good so that those colors can really sink in there. And while we do that, I'm going to let it just sit for a few minutes for this demonstration. But I'm going to show you in the meantime the others that I had done earlier, so you can kind of take a look at those. And if you want to do any of those, you can check those videos out as well. This one was the crinkle pattern that we did earlier, and I had one that I had done prior to it. So as you can tell, it's a really nice, just a good camouflage shirt. Front, and there's the back. And that's going to be the crinkle. This is also the crinkle. This is the one that I had done earlier. So it's a little dress, and that's going to be your camouflage crinkle. And then this is the dress that we did earlier that was in the stripe pattern with diagonal and horizontal stripes. So there that is. And there's the back. So if you can see that all right. It's kind of long, but anyway. Oh, about knocked my light down. I think I better step away from the wine, huh? But anyway, those are the fun patterns that we've done so far. Now for this one, I'm going to go ahead and rinse it, and then I will remove the rubber bands. And again, when you're rinsing it, you're not going to get all the color off, so don't worry if you're still seeing color once you've rinsed it a little bit. Just make sure you rinse it in cold water and squeeze it out a little bit. Okay. Alright. So here's the one that we just did, and I'm going to undo it so we can take a look at it and see how it turned out. There we go. Camouflage one-on-one. That's going to be your spiral pattern. And there's the back of that. And that, my friends, is as redneck as you get in tie-dye. I love it. So, cheers. Happy tie-dyeing, and tell Duck Dynasty my phone number is listed in the book. You can call me. Thanks, guys. Take care.